Hey guys, it's Gigi. Come on into my kitchen and let's cook something together today. I'm gonna do something I've never done before, okay? Now this is simple, easy. Your little granddaughter, this high, will be able to do this cake, okay? Simple, simple, easy. I've got my oven preheating to 325. And guys, I am going to try something. I was watching, let me turn you down a little bit. I was watching, yeah, that's better. I was watching Purdy Simple Country Cooking the other day, and she was doing this dessert that she called, I think, cuppa cake, maybe. Now, I'm not going to be able to call mine that. I'm going to just make up my own name, and I'm going to call mine a zero sugar fruit cocktail cake. Reason being is because she used, I think, a cup of flour, a cup of sugar, and a cup of fruit cocktail. I am going to lean towards the side of lowering the sugar content. So Denise at South Alabama Cooking, if this turns out good, I'll let you know. I know you're always sharing your low sugar recipes with us. So I am going to be making a zero sugar, using a zero sugar Pillsbury Moist Supreme. My oven's preheated, classic yellow, okay? But I also bought the can of the no sugar added version of fruit cocktail, okay? The only thing that I am going to do different, or that I'm adding to myself, is I'm gonna put a splash of vanilla in my white cake mix. So, hey, let's get started. If you never see this video, it's because it didn't turn out good, and I didn't deem it worthy to talk to you about. And I certainly wasn't gonna get on here and taste it, and it tastes disgusting, and why bother, you know what I'm saying? So if I come back, once I pop this in the oven, if I come back, you'll know. You'll know, we made it. Okay, so this is a 16-ounce box, okay? Now what does equal out, this is a 16-ounce box, 2 cups. She did do a cup of flour and a cup of sugar. Okay, so this is equivalent to that. All right, so to this, juice and all, I'm adding the no sugar added fruit cocktail. Okay? I'm going to put a splash of my vanilla in here. Maybe half a teaspoon. Maybe a whole teaspoon. Okay. Now, let's give this a mix. I mean, we shall see. I mean, I feel like it, I don't know if 1 cup of that fruit cocktail is going to be, I feel like I might have to add a little bit of water to this. Let me get a little bit of juice out of this can, just add a little bit more. Because, you know, you want it to, because you're not adding your oil or your water, but you want it to, you know, mix up like a batter consistency. Yeah, that last little bit, that last little bit of batter made it a lot more moist. Now, I'm definitely not going to follow the minutes on the cake, because I feel like this is going to cook a lot quicker. This is, like I said, I mean, I'll let you know once it's all over and it comes out how long I let it cook, because I've never done it before. I'm cooking on a gas stove, and it may not be as thin as if you were adding the oil and the water and the eggs and all that to it. Okay, so sure does smell good though. Got all that fruit mixed in with it. But thank you, Heather, with Purdy Simple Country Cooking, and Denise for inspiring me to try different things. Try to find some lower sugar. I've already got my baking dish greased, so I'm going to put this in, and we're going to pop this in the oven and see what we have, guys. Adding that little bit of vanilla. I can sure smell that vanilla flavor. It smells good. So I'm calling this the low sugar fruit cocktail cake. Now I will tell you, this is not low carb, this is low sugar, okay? But if you wanted to do the low carb version, then use the Duncan Hines Keto. The Duncan Hines Keto friendly cake box mix, okay? They have one. The Pillsbury is the low sugar. The Duncan Hines has a keto friendly. Okay. Whoa. Let go. Get that off of there. Okay. This almost puts me in the mind of a dump cake. A little bit. But I will have to say, guys, it smells really good. Just trying to get it smoothed out even so it bakes evenly too. Okay. All right, guys. I'm going to pop this in a 325-degree oven, and I will let you know when I come back. I'm going to try and see if I can't get that a little bit smoother with a versus that using that big old spatula, because it's kind of a chunky batter with those fruit all in it, but it seems like it's a little thicker in the middle. There we go. That's better. Make sure you push it all to the edges. Smooth it out as evenly as you can so that it cooks evenly, okay? There we go. All right, we'll pop it in the 325-degree oven. I'll be back and let you know exactly how long it cooked. I've just gotten it out of the oven. It took about 40 minutes for the little toothpick come out clean. It smells delicious. It's still really hot. I just took it out of the oven and walked over here. So I'm gonna let it cool. I'm gonna cut me up a piece and we'll come right back and we're gonna try it together. All right, I have us a piece cut up. Came right out of the baking dish. Didn't stick. And y'all know this is a low sugar fruit cocktail cake. So instead of icing, all I've decided to do to have a topping, because it kind of puts me in the mind a little bit of a dump cake. I keep looking out the window because the snow has finally started to come down in like the last 10 minutes. So it's just a little steady stream of snow right now. But I decided to put a little, keeping with the low sugar, okay? I've got sugar, 0 sugar, whipped topping, whipped cream. The 0 sugar, maybe backwards to you, I don't know. And then I just topped it with a little cherry, but it puts me in the mind almost of definitely like a dump cake, cobbler, if you will. Like if you had peaches in this, it would almost put me in the mind of like a peach cobbler. But y'all know tasting is believing, so let's give it a taste. And the fact that we made it this far in the video and that you're still watching me tells me that I think that it's going to be okay. That's better than what I thought, what I was really expecting. Guys. That's really good. If you brought that to a church pitch-in or a family get-together and you had to bring the dessert, nobody would ever know that this is low sugar. It's delicious. And the fact that it's still warm too, it really is like a cobbler. Held up nicely. It's got all that fruit cocktail. That's why I topped it with a cherry, because you know the fruit cocktail has cherries in it, but it just has all the fruits all throughout it. Peaches, grapes, I think pears, pineapple, cherries, no sugar added. So guys, we did a 0 sugar cake mix, no sugar added fruit cocktail, and we topped it with sugar-free whipped cream. And it is delicious. I'm not just saying that. If you're really trying to cut some sugar, try this. Low sugar fruit cocktail cake. And thank you once again, Purdy Simple Country Cooking, for the inspiration behind me trying to make this lower sugar for those trying to cut back on their sugar. This is a win. I would definitely make this to take it somewhere and not think a thing about it. Delicious. Okay, I'm going to go. I want to get a little bit of video of the snow while it's coming down, because it may not stick. It may just be a little bit because it's just started coming in. And like I said, just in the last 5-10 minutes. So anyhow, listen, go be the hands and feet of Jesus today and his mouthpiece. Share his love and kindness with someone. Be a blessing to someone today. If you know somebody who is maybe diabetic, cutting back on their sugar, just trying to eat a little bit healthier, you want to do something sweet for them, bake them a cake, take it to them. They'll love this. I'll see you next time back in my kitchen. We'll do another recipe together. I love you guys. Bye-bye.